Fighter Jatt X. Chapter 1. The Ashes of Tomorrow. The city of Neocarva sprawled beneath a sky choked with smog and neon, its towering spires clawing at the heavens like the skeletal fingers of a dying god. Rain fell in oily sheets, slicking the streets with a sheen that reflected the garish holograms flickering above every alley and avenue. Ads for synthetic dreams, memory implants, and combat stims promising glory to the desperate. In the heart of the undercroft, where the city's forgotten scraped by on scraps and second-hand hope, a lone figure moved through the shadows with the silence of a blade unsheathed. His name was Jatt X, once just Jatt, a boy from the outer wastes with calloused hands and a fire in his eyes, but now reborn in steel and circuitry, branded by loss and sharpened by vengeance. His left arm, severed in the cataclysm of Sector 7, had been replaced with a prototype neural-linked combat limb forged in black market labs, humming with suppressed energy and etched with the sigil of the fallen Phoenix Syndicate. Tonight that arm would speak, and it would not whisper. 3 nights ago, Jatt X had watched his sister Lyra dissolve into static on a cracked vid screen, her final transmission crackling through a dead drop channel. They're coming for the core. They know you're alive. Don't trust the council. Then silence. Not the kind that follows words, but the hollow, final silence of deletion. Lyra hadn't just been his blood. She'd been the last keeper of the truth, the only one who knew the real story behind the cataclysm that turned Sector 7 into a radioactive scar on the planet's face. The official report called it a reactor meltdown. Jatt X knew better. It was sabotage. Ordered from the highest echelons of the Iron Conquered, the ruling technocracy that now controlled every byte of data, every drop of clean water, and every breath of filtered air in Neocarva. And Lyra had found the proof, the core, a quantum archive containing encrypted logs of the Conquered's war crimes, buried deep beneath the ruins of their childhood home. Now, standing before the rusted gates of the derelict archive vault beneath old Sector 7, Jatt X felt the rain mix with the sweat on his brow. His neural arm pulsed, its internal AI, nicknamed Wraith, whispering diagnostics in his inner ear. Thermal scans detect 6 hostiles inside, all armed. Pulse rifles. 1 carries a neural disruptor. Probability of survival 38.7%. Jatt X smirked. Good odds, he muttered, flexing his fingers. The vault's entrance groaned as he forced it open with a surge of hydraulic strength, the sound swallowed by the storm's roar. Inside, the air was thick with dust and decay, the walls lined with shattered data terminals and scorched server racks. Flickering emergency lights cast long, dancing shadows that seemed to reach for him like grasping hands. He moved like smoke, low, fast, precise. The first guard never saw him coming. Jatt X's combat arm lashed out, fingers morphing into a monomolecular blade that slit the man's throat before he could raise his rifle. The second spun, eyes wide, but Jatt X was already airborne, driving a knee into his sternum and following with a crushing elbow to the temple. Bones cracked. The third opened fire, plasma bolts searing the air where Jatt X had stood a millisecond before. He rolled behind a console, the neural arm absorbing the heat signature of the enemy's weapon. Wraith, he hissed. Jam his targeting. Complying. A burst of electromagnetic interference crackled from Jatt X's palm. The guard's rifle sputtered and died. Before he could react, Jatt X was on him, disarming him with a twist of his wrist and snapping his neck with brutal efficiency. 4 down, 2 to go. He could hear them now, boots on metal grating, voices tense. He's here, one growled. Just like the intel said,